Yay! She's running away.
Hello, and welcome to the RealRam fam. On my channel, I intend to provide you with a safe platform to discuss the intersections of your entire being, to be able to be comfortable in your own skin, permission or position. There is no one like you, and we all have a purpose and message. I, for one, am a black woman, mother of four, military veteran, and wife, and a social worker, just to name a few. From my channel, I hope that you learn more about military families and social workers. Three of the social work values are my aim in each video. Importance of human relationships, dignity and worth of person, and social justice. No matter what you initially think when you hear social worker, there is more to the profession. Trust me. Stay locked in by subscribing to the channel and be sure that you hit that notifications bell so you don't miss any new uploads. Without further ado, on to today's episode. Hello, and welcome to the Real.
Can you hear me tomorrow?
Without further ado, on to today's plan. Hello, and welcome to the Real.
Can you hear me tomorrow?
Without further ado, on to today's plan.
Is that me? Hello? Is that me? Is that me?
Yeah.
Is that me?
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, but it's an echo still.
You have an echo too.
Well, I only got one device going this time.
I ain't got
Can you
one.
hear me? Davita said she can't hear me. Can you hear me?
Okay. I hear you.
Yeah, but it's an echo still.
I hear a little.
You have an echo too.
Well, I only got one device going this time.
I only got one.
Davita said she can't hear me. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
I hear you.
Okay, there's the echo.
Yeah, but it's an echo still.
I hear a little. You have an echo too.
Well, I only got one device going this time.
I only got one.
Davita said she can't hear me. You got going. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Folks trying to get me, man. Them people's trying to tap in. The people's trying to get me, y'all. They trying to get me. But okay, everybody is saying that they can hear us. That's Chris. She done muted herself. That's her. She trying to set me up, y'all. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on. It's somebody else, and I'm trying to send her. I'm trying to send her the email again. This other beautician here in DC with me. Okay. Sorry, y'all. Hold on. Chris, you're trying to set me up every time you unmute yourself. What you doing? Send her. Yeah, what you doing? The email again.
I just be muting myself so I don't hear all the echoes.
That echo coming every time you unmute yourself. What you trying to do? You got the people is trying to get me. I'm trying to set me up every time you unmute yourself. What you doing?
All I'm doing is clicking.
Yeah, what you doing?
I just be muting myself so I don't hear all the echoes.
That echo coming every time you unmute yourself. What Cheryl said that that's her, but I don't see. What's trying to get me? I'm trying to set you up every time you unmute yourself. What you doing? Wherever you at, Cheryl, you gotta go out and
I just be muting myself so I don't hear all the echoes. The echo coming every time you unmute yourself.
Cheryl said that that's her, but I don't see. I don't know how to kick her out. Big Mike was watching, so he could tell me how to work this thing. Jasmine, you watching? You good in StreamYard yet? I'm gonna turn it down, but I don't know how to. Big Mike was watching, so he could tell me how to work this thing. You watching? You is dumb. How the host of something can't find people and can't like remove people? Like that's crazy. No, I don't have no. There's no YouTube tabs open. No. I turned my volume down. Anyway, y'all can still hear the echo too, though, right? It tells me it's 3 people. Dumb. How the host of something can't find people and can't like remove people? It's crazy. No, I don't have there's no YouTube. You know what? Let me try something else. I turned my volume down. Anyway, host of something. Kanisha, are you muted? Try this. Now, the mute is still there? The echo still there? No. See, Chris. Where are you? What's by you? Where you sitting? What's by you?
Nothing but the computer.
Okay, well, I was told that it's perfect now. That's what I was told. Okay. Oh, you know what? No. Okay. Thank y'all for sticking with us. So today, what's by you? Where you sitting? What's by you?
There's nothing here but a wall and.
No. Okay. Well, I was told that it's perfect now. That's what I was told. Okay. Oh, you know what? No. Okay. Thank y'all for sticking with us. So today. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna have to use the ugly camera. What's by you?
There's nothing but a wall and.
No. Okay, well, I was told that it's perfect now. That's what I was told. Okay. Oh, you know what? No. Okay. Thank y'all for sticking with us. So today. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna have to use the ugly camera. What's by you?
There's nothing but a wall and.
And that did not solve it. Well, I was told that it's perfect now.
That's what I was told. Okay. Oh, you know what? No. Okay. Thank you all for being with us. So okay, y'all, I'm gonna have to use the ugly camera. And that did not solve it. Yeah, okay, I was told that it's perfect now. That's what I was told. Okay. Oh, you know what? No. Okay. Thank you all for being with us. So okay, y'all, I'm gonna have to use the ugly camera. And that did not solve it. Yeah, okay, I was told that it's perfect now.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm up here trying to do all this other stuff. Thank you for sticking with me and all these technical problems. I swear I do know a little something about this. So today we're going to talk about hair, black hair care. This time, black hair care. So if they make it back in, Sherelle, my beautician in Fayetteville, North Carolina, and Kanisha, this beautician here in DC. Who I do have with me is Chris. She used to do hair, but I knew her in North Carolina as well. And I will not destroy her whole bio. I will let her do it herself. But she's in aesthetics now. And they've already told her if those other two are not able to join us, she's going to have to talk about hair. And now she's not connected. So, okay, you guys. So if y'all watched the other video, y'all know last time I was talking with a beautician in Kansas, and the intent was to talk about black hair care, and we just generally talked about hair and how to take care of hair. So told her if those other two are not able to join us, she's gonna have to talk about that's hair. You, Chris. It's echoing again. So, okay, you guys. So if y'all you got two devices going, or somebody got two devices going. And every time you come, it's an echo. Black hair, and we just generally talked about hair and how to take care of hair. Okay, so if y'all have any questions about hair, please go ahead and drop your questions in the comments, and we'll go ahead and put that up on screen. And thank you, sis. Chris, there's a comment on there for you. For both of us. You see it? Girl, where you looking? Look on the screen, girl.
I'm looking. I'm sitting at a Mac. It's a big screen.
Okay, so look, I got a new
I had to close another browser.
Okay, so I got a new intro and all this, and how I introduce my guests and how we dialogue. So set aside from all our little troublesome issues we had. So Chris, go ahead, introduce yourself. Let the people know how we know each other, what it is that you do. And then let us know what is your birth order.
Birth order? Oh, Jesus. I don't
Can't hear you.
Hi, my name is ShangLa Johnson. I'm actually a medical esthetician out here in San Antonio, Texas. I am also licensed in North Carolina to do hair. I met T when I was in the military station at Pope Air Force Base. So we go way back. She knew me before I got into all of this stuff, and sometimes she would actually be my guinea pig. um, Birth order. Jesus, I haven't done this in a long time. I'm a Libra, born October 15th, 1978. That's all I can give you.
Look, I was talking to Sherelle and Kanisha. Did you say what order with your siblings you are?
Oh, I'm in the middle of two boys, two sets of boys. I have two older brothers and two younger brothers.
Oh, straight up middle child. Okay, so those characteristics that they say middle kids have, the stereotype, do you fit that description?
No.
No, you don't.
It seems I am more of the oldest. I take care of everyone.
That's probably because you're a girl. Ain't no, like they say, no cat. It's probably because you're a girl.
Yeah, no cat.
Okay, so both of them said that they sounds messed up. So I guess whatever they were using, that's
okay. I did what I had to do because I was just like, why am I getting this feedback? Why? If you're on an Apple product and you need to close out Safari, close out everything on Safari in order for Google Chrome to run. Yeah.
Well, girl, they probably gonna give up.
That's what I just did, and it stopped the echo coming from you because there was a playback coming to me. So I'm like, okay, is it this? Is it that? And then it sounded like four people talking at once, and I was just like, let me mute this and figure this out.
Okay. Close it.
Yeah, close everything in Safari if they have Apple.
But you're supposed to just click on the link and shouldn't be no problems. Right. Okay.
Go to Google Chrome.
Okay, so moving on. What did you do when we met each other? You told everybody you was at Pope Air Force Base. What did you used to do in the Air Force? Oh, you didn't even say you was in the Air Force. Oops, she was in the Air Force.
I was in the Air Force for 17 years. I am now retired. I was a transporter. I worked in TMO. At Pope, we did not have a household goods, so I worked in a freight warehouse.
All right. Okay, ma'am. So what made you even get into the hair care initially at first and then move into aesthetics?
I had always had a passion for doing hair, just as my mom had. I had quite a few aunts that did hair, like kitchen beauticians, but there only a few of them were actually licensed. So I just found myself wanting to learn more about hair and skin and nails. It was pretty easy. The military paid for it, I can tell you that much. I was going at night. But it was a long, hard 2 years because I deployed at least twice between there. So, yeah, it was a fun experience. Shout out to Paul Mitchell / Montgomery's Hairstyling Academy in Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Yeah. So you mentioned Paul Mitchell, and on our last panel, the Paul Mitchell brand was mentioned as specifically a good product for all hair care. Yeah. And so what I was going to say is that, I went to Chris when she was going to beauty school as well, because people, we know that going to the salon is a lot of money, but don't sleep on the folks that's in beauty school.
Don't.
You hear? Mm-hmm. And I pay less money and I still know that she could do hair. See, the folks got to get their hours.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You really need to, if you've got somebody that you know that is in school for cosmetology or aesthetics, the standards are pretty much the same everywhere you go. They're still going to need those live model credits. They're still going to need the regular credits from the mannequins. they're going to need your help. They're going to need your help. You're going to have to show up and show out for them so that they get their numbers so that they can pass school. And if they don't, what it does is it actually adds on to the time that they have to be in school. And that's the unfortunate part, because now they're expending more money so that they can get those persons at the school to do their hair, those students.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a village that needs to help all of the children that are planning on going, for barber school included. You have to have those numbers, else they will not even look at you for your licensure for the state.
Yep. Yep. So I'll try to just move to the thing that is what you do. Let the people know what estheticians do.
Okay, as I've stated before, I am a medical esthetician, which means I actually perform things that involve laser as well as regular aesthetics, which are like microdermabrasions, chemical peels, hydrodermabrasions or aquadermabrasions, depends on where you're at.
They need you to speak louder.
Louder. Wow.
Or
okay.
Closer.
So I actually turned the mic down so I didn't hear the feedback. But I am a medical esthetician. I work with lasers. I do lots of skin resurfacing. I do hair removal on all shades of skin. It is perfectly safe for people that are our complexion, believe it or not. And I actually do other things such as microblading, microneedling, such as what Kim Kardashian had with the vampire facial. I do lots of things.
And you said as girl, if I keep trying to say that word, estheticians also do
into Esty.
Okay, Esty, do eyelashes. Gonna explain that to the people. I gotta go deal with somebody. Go ahead, educate the folks on that.
So don't mind my little dogs, y'all. This is live. So as a medical esthetician, we can do many things. We can actually do your face. We can actually touch your hands when we're doing a massage, and your arms and your feet. We also do a lot of things such as your eyelashes. We can put eye tabs on there. We can put individual eyelashes on there. So it depends on what your preference is. We can even put a strip lash on you. In most cases, when you go to like a Estee Lauder or a MAC counter or something, those people that are working behind those counters, some of them actually do have a license to practice cosmetology, because in certain states, you have to have a license in order to perform certain functions on people. Hold on.
Here's a question.
Oh,
what does the laser do for deeper wrinkles?
Okay, that will be part of skin resurfacing. With the deeper wrinkles, it would take a series of treatments, not just one treatment, to actually stop the action of that deeper wrinkle forming. What most people do for those wrinkles that are right in here, that is called the glabella. They actually get Botox. I've had Botox before, so that's why my wrinkles aren't as deep. You don't see the furrows there. You see very few if you see them. It lasts for some people, depending on how much you move that muscle. Some people, it can last up to 6 months. Others, it can last about a year, year and a half. It depends on your metabolism and how fast your body burns through it. There are also other things such as fillers, in which the clinic that I actually performs filler injections and Botox injections. But it has to be done by a registered nurse. or an injectables person, as we call them.
Okay.
But it
Do you do,
lessens the amount of skin, and it actually helps to restore that lost collagen and elastin that you lose over time.
Alex?
And
Hold on. Yeah, look, I gotta still. You ain't got to be so loud with it. Do you do eyebrows, like eyebrow threading?
no, I don't do threading, but I actually can do waxing, and I can actually razor them or laser them.
And that's in your profession as what? As an SD
Yes,
or as beautician?
that's as an esthetician. Cosmetologists can do a limited range of items when it comes to doing skincare. They have the knowledge, they have the basic knowledge, but they don't have the in-depth knowledge that we have as an esthetician. So they can perform that function, but as far as knowing everything about skin, they don't get that information. They just get an overview.
What's the you can see that the benefit of resurfacing.
Benefit of resurfacing the skin. It can help to remove hyperpigmentation, which are dark spots. It can actually resurface the skin. So if you have hypertrophic scarring from acne, it can lessen that. Or you know how people get those like pock marks in their skin from the acne? It can help relieve that. It can also, if you have rosacea, IPL can actually bring down the redness of that. That's also a skin resurfacing technique.
Mm-hmm.
What other type of resurfacing are you looking at? If it's microneedling, that helps to add more collagen and elastin to the skin and using your body's own processes.
It's gonna take a minute to type, I guess.
I know, I know when you have in-depth questions, it takes a while.
Girl, I'm trying to hold off on these hair questions. You know I'm gonna have to give it to you. Oh, and skin care too, right?
Huh?
Skin care too, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, let's do it. So we do shea butter and cocoa butter and all those other types of things. What are you seeing actually is the best type of winterizing for our skin?
Actually, the best winterizer for your skin is water.
Now, see, they say that same stuff about your hair, and then you seal it in. Okay. See, you're trying to get me with the words. Okay, water is the best moisturizer. Okay, so how do you seal it in?
Okay. Sealing in that moisture, it depends on your skin type. Some people's skin is actually very oily and they can't accept all of that oil. So they have to use like a type of a dry oil, a light moisturizer. But everybody should be using sunscreen.
Now, what you mean?
There are various types of moisturizers, various products that have humectants in there. It depends on what type of skin you have, whether it be dry, normal, combination, oily, dry. It depends on your skin type. Now, going to your esthetician would actually help you find out what your skin type is, or you can actually go online to Google, and it's your friend, and type in how to find out what your skin type is. You can get a pretty good answer, and it's pretty much going to be spot on, maybe need a little bit of tweaking. For myself, I use the Jan Marini products, which are medical grade. Sorry, it's just me. Okay, so I use Jan Marini products. They are professional medical grade products. There are actual tiers of products when you're using them. But I am also a Dermalogica specialist, in which Dermalogica can be bought at Ulta and quite a few other beauty outlets, but not the lower end retail grade, if you know what I mean. Like everything like Neutrogena, L'Oreal, things like that, that is going to be on your retail end. Like you can buy that at the grocery store. Ulta would be considered a specialty boutique, just a little bit over, but they sell professional products along those lines. Anything like your Obagi, Skin Suticals, Jan Marini, things like that are going to be something that you need to get from your doctor, from like a dermatologist.
Okay, so that answers that question. Get that from the dermatologist. Okay, so the other question, what does micro needle entail? Needling, micro needling.
Okay, and that's the name I just sent to you. The name of the products is called Jan Marini. MARII.
And that's for what?
That's for someone just asked the question, where do they get Jan Marie products? It's actually Jan Marini.
Oh.
You're going to get those from a med spa. Also, the company that I work for is called LightRx. And they actually sell the Jan Marini products. Depending on where you are, there may be another body there, another arm or another branch there that sells the product there. There's not a lot of LightRxs that are still open because of COVID and everything. So
you thinking mighty hard. So you know I'm about to flip the script now.
Because I know we have one in Charlotte. We have quite a few on the East Coast and up north. But
type light, whatever you said. Type that in there. Oh, that is what you said. Girl, I didn't know you said Jan Marini either. I thought you said Jamboree. So Alicia, you're not alone. You're not alone. I didn't hear her correctly either. Even though she's speaking with her professional voice, I think I'm going to have to match with her, and I'm going to have to speak like this so that you guys can understand clearly what I am saying.
Yep, I have to do that so people understand. And it also has like a calming effect too. Weird.
Oh,
it does that. So what other questions do you have for me?
I'm about to have to flip it, and we're gonna have to talk about hair because that's what they're obviously not gonna make it back in. So, ShangLa,
okay,
can you please tell us how we can find out, other than Google? Hey, that needs to go away. Other than Google, how does one find out what their hair type is, and does that really matter?
Yes, hair typing does matter. Like I said, Google is your friend. There are also other videos on YouTube where you can find out what type of hair you have. Most people have a combination of hair types on their head. And me, myself, under these crochet braids, it's like I have a range of between 3C and 4C in my head at any given time. So it goes from a wave to a zigzag coil.
And what does that mean for the people who don't know? who really don't know what they don't know what this means.
It's the curl pattern of your hair. So either you can have a sleek little wave like, you know, the mixed people have, or you can have like that tight curl that makes the prettiest afro that fluffs out.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, ma'am.
And so you said it does matter. Please tell us, why does it matter to know what type of I forgot what I said. Why does it matter what your hair type is?
It matters because of moisturization levels. You need to make sure that your hair is moisturized. Once again, water is your friend, not just putting it on the hair or on the skin, but also ingesting it. You need to not be dehydrated. Do not get dehydrated. It affects everything. Skin, hair, nails, everything.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to know what hair type you have and what skin type you have so you can better take care of it.
Have you found that people have a different no, hair type is different? Let me go ahead and put this up there first. 3A type, trying so hard to find the right curly method. Fairly loose coil. I was about to talk about porosity.
Okay. That is how your hair absorbs the water.
And your volume is fading. Can't hardly hear you.
That's because I probably backed up from the computer. I sat back, back problems, love you, military. Okay, and she said she had three.
She has 3A, curly, fairly loose coil, high porosity.
Okay. So her hair absorbs everything. Wow. Do you have any color or anything in your hair? Any bleaching? What is causing your high porosity? If I can't answer the question, I'll let you know.
And while you're talking about that, for people who did not see part 1, what is porosity?
Porosity is how the hair absorbs water or any type of moisture. So say that, for instance, they used to have us do this test in cosmetology school. Brush your hair, and the hair that falls away that is in the brush, actually take it and sit it in a cup of water and see how long it takes that hair to sink to the bottom of the cup, or if it stays on top of the water. That tells you pretty much your porosity levels, how your hair is actually absorbing water. You really want that hair to be kind of somewhere in the middle, but most of us, for the first, if you're letting it sit in there a good little while, like 15, 20 minutes, that's when you're going to see actually what your hair is doing. You actually want your cuticle to be sealed so that it's lying flat. That gives your hair the most shine. However, you still want it to be able to absorb some water to it, but you don't want it to be waterlogged to where it just like completely sinks. And that is where you get your high porosity. The lower porosity actually sits on top. Yeah.
I haven't done that.
Yeah, when you do you can do, that's called a strand test.
Well, not for that long.
Yeah, it's really cool to see it, because most of the time I just take the hair, and I know you shouldn't do this. I just clean the brush out and just throw it in the toilet. I'm ashamed.
I just sprayed my hair, and if the water came falling right back up, I was like, okay, it don't hold water.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, that's all you're trying to figure out. Yeah, lots of color. Okay, if you have lots of color in your hair, you need to use products that take care of colored hair. and help reconstruct and rebuild that hair from the inside out. Like she said before, somebody mentioned Paul Mitchell Systems. It is a very good product for people with problems with hair color. And also the Redken line. That is also sponsored by Mitchell's. Little known fact. But yes, you really need something that's also a color protectant, as well as if you're using any heat appliances, a heat protectant. So you really have to find that fine line. And for most people, it's trial and error. Because T will tell you, when I used to do hair, I had cabinets full of stuff everywhere, just trying everything to make my hair act right, make anybody's hair act right.
Yeah. So the people who have tight coily hair, mm-hmm. what is the best what's the best sealant that they should be using?
Best sealant, I would have to say that for me, I found that it's been like a combination of shea butter, coconut oil.
Yeah, me too.
However, unfortunately, shea butter and coconut oil on the face, it's not your best friend.
However, if I use like just the pure shea butter and, mm-hmm. Melted, if I don't whip it, that's the thing, is if I don't whip it, because I have taken the lazy route. If I just use pure shea butter and mix that with anything, by the time it dries up, it's lumpy in my hair. Yeah. So we got to make sure that, we don't be lazy and got to whip it.
Yeah. And I've actually, what else have I actually used? I bought it from someone. It was some chibi.
It was what?
It was some chibi whipped in like shea butter and things and nice jojoba and stuff. It's an African product. Purported to grow hair. My edges came back, I can tell you that much. Not that my edges were really gone very much. It's just that my edges are somewhat gray. And from wearing headbands to pull my hair back and everything while I'm at work, it tends to like rub away at the sides of your hair, nape of neck, because we're not really supposed to have all this dangling in front of people when you're trying to perform a treatment, especially during COVID. Got to put that lovely mask on.
Yeah.
Shield. Yeah. So you got to get ready for, surgery going in there. So that can rub the hair out really badly, cause like skin breakouts and everything.
Yeah. What about someone who has thin, fine hair? I don't know what else to say because that's not me. But someone who has thin, fine hair, what should they use to moisturize or seal?
For people that have thinner, finer hair, you don't want to use a product that is very heavy or very oily to put it on the hair, because it's going to weigh the hair down. So everyone with your 1 through like 3s, you might notice that they don't put very heavy product on their hair. Mm-hmm. Because it just makes the curls just limp and fall, and it looks good if you're doing a wet set, but if you wanted the big fluffy halo of curls and everything, you're not going to get that type of style if you have fine hair with heavy product.
What is the deal with shine? So what I mean, like, okay, so I got 4C hair, mm-hmm. But so I'm feeling like I'm at the point now where I guess, hey, my hair wasn't meant to shine. Like that's just my ancestors. However, beauticians always have my hair shining. So what is it? Is it a certain hair type or a certain porosity thing? Yeah, educate us on the whole shine thing.
Okay. As far as hair being shiny, it depends on how much product buildup do you have on your hair.
Okay.
If you strip the hair of all the product buildup, what does it look like then? Does it feel squeaky clean? What is actually going on with it? Then you start trying to have to add back the moisture content back into the hair. So that's why you get the deep conditioners and things like that. That's why I would advise, if you're really having problems with your hair like that, that you do need to see a cosmetologist so that they can best come up with a regimen that's going to suit your hair. But you really have to replace that lost moisture, plus remove all of the contaminants and toxins that are in the hair so that it can be able to be healthy, it'll grow. And the shine actually comes from when you add that necessary moisture back into the hair. And if you add just a little bit of some type of oil, it can bring that hair back to life and make it look very shiny and vibrant. But in some cases, if you have like that dirty brown hair, you don't see it shine very much because of the color. Mm-hmm. Like black hair color will really make a difference. It'll make it pop. It'll look shiny and vibrant. Just because your hair isn't shiny does not mean that it's not healthy as well.
Yeah. And I was going to say that that doesn't always mean that your hair is not moisturized.
Right.
Because people's hair look dry and you touch it and their hair is not
so soft and silky. Yes. Yes. That is why a lot of Black women just go ahead and get their hair dyed blue, black, dark black, jet black, because that black bounces the light off of it. It's just the trick of the eyes. Bounces that light off of it, gives it a beautiful cast. So your hair might not be not moisturized and not shiny. It's just the color of your hair makes it appear as if it's not. So if you're spraying all those serums and shine drops and everything, that's a temporary fix to make it look shiny and healthy. But as you know, if you're wearing hairstyles and you go to sleep, all of that oil is going to be on your face if you're sleeping on a pillow.
And so you should do what?
Then you would need to get up and wash your face.
I'm saying you need to, how do you protect your, before we put this question up there, but you need to, how do you care for your hair at night?
For me, I wear a lock tube. You can wear a lock sock. They come in many names. You can wear a scarf. Anything that keeps the hair off of the face. Satin bonnets, everything. If you decide that you can't sleep with a satin bonnet on or anything, then try sleeping with a satin pillowcase. But keep in mind that you're going to need to wash that pillowcase at least twice a week if you sweat heavy while you're asleep, because satin is not a breathable material like cotton or the microfiber sheets, which absorb the sweat.
That may give me a different question.
What is the best way to
treat the scalp?
Best way to treat your scalp, the same way you treat your hair. You have to do deep conditioning treatments. You just wouldn't be using as much product, but you still have to deep condition to moisturize. You're still going to drink your water, and you're still going to apply product to seal in the small amount of moisture that you're using. If you're like completely like man scalp bald, keep in mind, I'm going to need you to put some sunscreen on that head. You know, a lot of people say Black people shouldn't use sunscreen. How about sunscreen? I've seen even Black people get skin cancer It's not a myth. Yes, we are very hardy people, but skin care and cancer go together. Most of the time, your esthetician, if you're going to one, can find things on you that you really never paid attention to. I've had at least 4 or 5 customers that I've sent them to the doctor to get what they thought were moles checked out and found out one actually had a malignant tumor. The
Mm.
others were just benign. And it's in irregular places like on their backs or, on their legs when they're getting hair removal done. But I'm like, what is this? And some people have even had like blackheads in their backs, and that they're thinking, oh, that's just a mole or that's just an acne bump, and find out it's a big old cyst on their back or something. So if you have a loved one or something, if it's a place that you can't see, have them check you out. Just give you the once over every month to make sure if you have any little bumps or what you think are moles. You're gonna check for the ABCs. You're gonna check for the ABCs. You're gonna check for the size, the asymmetry, the color, the borders, and make sure that everything checks out. All moles should be mostly flat. They should be mostly symmetrical, and they should be similar in color. You shouldn't have a whole bunch of different color moles. They should never be scatty and or if you scratch it, a scab forms and then it doesn't heal or it crusts over. That's not really a mold. You need to get that looked at.
Yeah. The sunscreen. Yeah, because I still don't use sunscreen. But okay, so it's not a myth. If I'm using thick enough stuff like shea butter, tell me why that is not doing the same thing.
Well, most sunscreens have something in there to block the sun.
Right, that SPF.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have a chemical SPF type, or you're going to have a physical SPF. Most sunscreens that are on the market are actually physical because it has like zinc oxide in it. That's what gives that whitish cast when you put on.
Yeah.
That everybody does not like.
Yeah.
But that's what it is. It's providing a physical barrier to the sun from UVA and UVB rays, which are out all times of day and night. People can go out and tan at night.
Okay.
But shea butter does not have that in there. Just to answer your question.
Which I knew it didn't, but the myth, right, is that we don't have to use shea butter or sunscreen. We just need to use something thick enough to block the sun rays. So do you have a recommendation?
No, there is not a recommended. Get what your pockets can afford. Just really easy, because if I recommend something that's high priced, everybody's going to be like, nah, I can't afford it. Get what your pockets can afford. All sunscreens pretty much do the same exact thing. Either it's going to chemically bond with the molecules in your skin to actually block the sun out, or it's just going to be a physical protectant that you're just slathering on over the skin to protect the skin. Like when you go to the beach, normally everybody gets that copper tone with the little baby with the butt and everything and rubs it on to keep from getting burned. And the other thing about that is you need to reapply. Follow the instructions for reapplication. Just because you put it on once and you go outside, you start doing a lot of heavy sweating, swimming activity, that sunscreen is coming off and it's wearing off. You need to reapply.
So Okay. So, you know, us Black people, we are moisturizing, okay? Whether we putting on cocoa butter, coconut oil, lotion, Vaseline, shea butter, whatever, are you telling us to put that on and SPF, or is there a SPF mixed moisturizer out there?
If I find one, I will send you the name because right off the top of my head, I can't think of one. But me, myself, what I actually do, shea butter, and then a little squirt of SPF. And mix together, put on.
So
That's what I do.
Just add it to the regimen.
Just mix it all together, put it on.
Okay. So when I was selling Avon, y'all, I sold Avon for a little bit. Definitely one of the things that we talked about a lot is your skincare regimen. Like, it doesn't matter. Make sure that every day you are washing your face and even doing some exfoliants, which I don't think I really followed that instruction. And then moisturize.
You should not be exfoliating every day. Some people can do that, but not everyone can. You're going to cause irritation and micro tearing of the skin. So first of all, I'm sorry. My mom used to make me use it, but having since been to school, St. Ives apricot scrub. You can use that anywhere else on your body, on your elbows, under your armpits, on your kneecaps. Don't use it on your face. Do not use it on your face. What it does is causes micro tears in the skin because of the apricot shells and the walnut holes are ground irregularly. And I hope St. Ives don't just like bomb me for this, but that's what it does. As a child, I used to have cystic acne. And that was one of the things. Acne is caused by a bacteria. So if you're putting these scrubs on and everything, and you're causing these little cuts and tears in your skin, you're moving the bacteria from where the bump was to somewhere else on your face, and then you get more bumps. So the St. Ives is a no. Do not use it on your face. It's not, no, just don't. Because we get a lot of people that have used that product and they've used it for years and never had a problem until they get older and then start seeing all of this stuff going on.
Yeah.
See a dermatologist, get regular medications and things like that.
Yeah. Well, do we have any more questions out there? Sorry. So both of the beauticians, you know, like I said, they both admitted like their sound wasn't working very well, and I've been trying to get one back on. And
did she try cutting off like I said, the other one?
Nah. So those of you, if you really truly wanted to talk about hair, I try not to keep Chris too long talking about hair, since that's not what she does anymore. But if y'all have any more questions, you know, before I let her go, you know, try to keep her on. I'll try to keep her on. So while we wait and see if there are any more questions, ma'am, what's that blue shirt you are wearing?
Oh, my blue shirt represents Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated, which I am a part of. The chapter that I am with is the Alpha Phi Sigma chapter of San Antonio, Texas, the awe-inspiring and historically significant chapter.
And what is your role?
My role is I am what they call the rower coordinator. I deal with young ladies from the age of 12 to 18. We groom them into finer women. They spend a lot of time doing activities with me, learning the fighter virtues of Sigma Gamma Rho, and basically how to grow up and be professional and educated and things like that. just very simple things that could help them get through life.
Yeah. Thank you for that, ma'am.
You are so welcome.
Yeah, so it doesn't look like we have any more questions. So my ending question, Chris, if you're serving us breakfast, ma'am, what are you serving us? Are you giving us pancakes or are you giving us waffles?
Well, seeing as I have no children, I could do the waffles.
What children got to do with it?
Because waffles entail a little bit more, especially if they just ain't to pull it out the freezer, put in the toaster kind. Because I'm bougie. I like to have Belgian waffles, with the little flip, So gotta have all the fresh fruits and stuff on there, gotta make it look good. Presentation. Your eyes eat first.
That's true. But I'm a pancake girl always. Pancakes.
It's true. Pancake. Okay.
Yes. So Chris, thank you for joining me. And thank you you guys that stuck with us through our technical difficulties. Thank y'all for watching and joining. And
I hope that you enjoyed today's episode. I would like to thank my guests for joining me, or simply thank you for watching the pre-recorded episode. No matter what your birth order is, how you self-identify, and whether you like pancakes or waffles. If this is the first time you're hearing it today, I want you to know that you are loved. You were put here for a purpose that only you can fulfill. Until next time, take care of yourself. Be sure that you like and share the videos, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notifications bell. This is RealRam out.